Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nerdy Scores, a film podcast. I'm your host, Bryan Sudfield. This is episode 10. I am joined by my co-host, Matt Wapner.
Hi.
And today is September 19th, 2015. 10 episodes, man. We've done it 10 episodes now. Holy shit, it's crazy. So, this is going to be a very interesting week. I got the script. Relax. Relax. Don't do it. That is a great song from the 80s or 90s. I don't quite remember on the top of my head. Relax. Don't do it. Okay, so let's begin with the news. Not too many news stories this week, but there are a shit ton of trailers this week. Bates Motel and Me and Earl and the Dying Girl actress Olivia Cooke has been given the lead role, female role, in Steven Spielberg's upcoming film, Ready Player One. Love this actress. She's so good. She's so talented. Bates Motel, she's so good on. I have yet to see Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. I hope to see that before the end of the year. I am so pumped for this movie. This is a movie that I know that this is my cup of tea. Steven Spielberg, quite possibly my favorite director of all time. The guy that got me into loving films. One of the people that got me into loving films. Like Mr. Martin Scorsese. Olivia Cooke is perfect for this movie. I think she's perfect. I didn't really look into the character that she's playing. I didn't really look into the story. I'm not really going to know much about this. I might consider reading the book. I mean, I have 2 years to read the book until it comes out. It comes out in December 2017. Because his next film, I mean, he's got Bridge of Spies coming out later this year. Then he's got the BFG. And then he's got Ready Player One. So
he also producing, and he's also producing Jurassic World 2, right?
Yes, but I'm talking about the films that he's directing.
But he's still involved in the production of it, though.
Yes, correct, Matt. Good job. Good job. But yeah, very good casting. Very excited to see who else is in this film. I'm very excited for Steven Spielberg. He's one of my favorite directors. And yeah, that's it. Can't say nothing but positive things about this movie. I mean, this news story.
I can't really say much about it because I never watched Bates Motel, even though I've heard of it. As well as I haven't. Well, neither me or him have seen Me or the Dying Girl, even though he really wants to. He wishes New Jersey had better movies.
Okay, thank you for touching my shoulder so I could punch you in the face. I would really punch you right now, but I just don't feel like it. Matt, what is our next news story?
While promoting her new film, Spotlight actress Rachel McAdams confirmed to The Wrap that she will star in the upcoming Doctor Strange movie alongside Benedict Cumberbatch, Tilda Swinton, and Chitwell Ejiofor.
Chiwetel.
It's being said that she'll be playing the female lead. The film will be released on November 4th, 2016.
I love myself some Rachel McAdams. She was fantastic on True Detective Season 2. Mm-hmm. I've been a big fan of her probably since Mean Girls. Even though The Notebook is a pretty shitty film, she's actually really strong in that film. She's done a lot of really good work. Wedding Crashers, Red Eye, Sherlock Holmes. I mean, this year hasn't been the best year for her. I mean, like I said, True Detective Season 2 wasn't exactly well received by the critics, even though her performance was very praised. Southpaw, good film. She was pretty underused in that film. Aloha, I heard, sucked. Spotlight looks fantastic. Yeah, I think I would love to see her in the Marvel movie, and I'm glad that she's going to be doing something like this. I think this is perfect casting. I'm not entirely sure what character she's playing. I'm not really familiar with the whole Doctor Strange characters, except for Doctor Strange himself. So, it would be cool to see her go back and forth with Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm very excited about this news. I love Rachel McAdams. I think she's a very talented actress. Yeah, and she could possibly get an Oscar nomination this year for Spotlight. So I'm looking forward to that. What are your thoughts on this story?
Well, you remember years back when she used to be just in romance movies?
Yeah, but she did her fair share of other stuff.
Yeah, and then she started getting into really good movies. And now with all the praise of Spotlight from TIFF, it looks like, yes, it might be a really good year. And this is some good news because she's been missing out on the action for Marvel movies for a long time. Surprisingly, they haven't signed her yet till now. Yeah. So that's pretty good. I mean, you're playing with Benedict Cumberbatch, Tilda Swinton, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. Like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you're going alongside many Oscar people. Mm-hmm. Cumberbatch was nominated last year for Imitation Game.
Same with
Chiwetel was nominated for 12 Years a Slave. Yeah. Tilda Swinton won the Oscar for Michael Clayton. Rachel McAdams, like I said, could be nominated for an Oscar for Spotlight. We don't know yet. We'll see. Michael Clayton must win and be nominated, Academy. You hear me? You better hear me. Thank you. Next news story. According, Variety is reporting that Disney is developing a Mary Poppins sequel to be helmed by Oscar-nominated director Rob Marshall of Chicago, Memoirs of a Geisha, the fourth part of the Caribbean film, and recently Into the Woods. According to the report, the sequel will take place some 20 years after the original film, but there is no word that the film will be based on any of the Mary Poppins books or be completely original. Mary Poppins is a film that is something that near and dear to my heart.
Special.
When I saw Save Mr. Banks 2 years ago, that movie made me appreciate Mary Poppins a lot more than I used to, because I liked it when I was a little kid. I just didn't love it like when I was younger. I saw the Broadway musical, thought it was alright. I didn't think it was fantastic, but I thought it was pretty good. There was some other report going around that Anne Hathaway might be playing her, supposedly. Anne Hathaway could sing. I mean, she won the Oscar for Les Mis.
Yeah. They said the rumor was that it was Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman, and Hugh Jackman would play the father.
What?
Yeah, some people said
No way. That's crazy.
That would be amazing.
But they would have to wait until he finishes Wolverine.
Yeah.
They have to wait until that. But I just want to know how this is going to turn out. If Rob Marshall is going to be directing this, I think he's going to do pretty good. I mean, he was nominated for Chicago, and that film won Best Picture at the Oscars. So, I mean,
one of the best musicals of all time.
One of the best musicals of all time. One of the best musical movies of all time. Or best movie musicals, excuse me. But yeah, this sounds fascinating. I'm just curious to know how this whole movie is going to turn out. How do you feel about Mary Poppins? Were you someone that ever watched it growing up or not really?
I don't remember it that well, because I have watched it probably.
But you saw Save Mr. Banks.
I did see Mr. Banks because, I was like, okay, it's about Mary Poppins, so this is going to be interesting. As well as that it's with Tom Hanks as, Walt Disney. And I was like, wow, this movie went through hell. Wow. Holy hell. I was like, and it made me more interested in the author and, the book itself.
Yeah.
As well as the movie.
Yeah. But just curious to know who's going to be, what's going to happen with this film. But we'll know when more stuff is going to happen. Well, the thing is also, I want to know who's writing it.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's the most important thing. Who's writing it?
So with that being said, what's our next news story?
Next one is, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Oscar nominee Woody Harrelson is signed on to play the villain who goes by the name Colonel. That's kind of original. No, I'm just kidding. In the War of the Planet of the Apes film. The film will once again be directed by Matt Reeves, which is good, who directed Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. It will be released on July 14, 2017. Not that far from now. Just kidding. It's like
great casting. Woody Harrelson's awesome. I mean, he started out on Cheers. Who would have ever thought that Woody from Cheers would end up being an Oscar nominee? I mean, the stuff that Woody Harrelson's always enjoyable to watch on screen.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really, really strong actor. I think he's a very good dramatic actor. I think he's a very funny actor. I think he's great in comedy films. I mean, you watch films like Zombieland or White Men or White Boys Can't Jump or whatever it's called, the movie with him and
12.
What's his name? What's his name? Blade. Wesley Snipes.
Also, don't forget 7 Psychopaths.
Seven Psychopaths. Good film. That's just fucking great!
I just wish I watched that film.
Damn you, man.
I want to watch it one day.
Damn you.
I wanted to see it when it first came out, but I forgot about it.
Nice. Really
Plus,
nice.
Was it independent there at the time, or was it wide release?
I don't really remember. I didn't see it in the theater
that was years ago, yeah.
But, this is very good casting. The Colonel, it's a good name for him.
Not original.
I really liked Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I really dug that film.
Step up from.
I really liked Rise. I like where this franchise is going. I think Matt Reeves did a really good job with Dawn, and I'm glad that he's come back to do this film. I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just noticed it's kind of like what Christopher Nolan did to Batman. Is kind of like what Matt Reeves and I forgot what was the other director's name again, Rupert Wyatt. Did to this franchise. Because there's that really shitty movie that came out, just like with Batman and Robin, and then you had the Tim Burton one for Planet of the Apes. So now with this information with Woody Harrelson, and it's going to continue the chain of having a famous actor in each one, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks good. Really, really good news. Just curious. I wonder if he's going to be a drunk or he's actually just going to be a serious role.
Well, you
Probably
never know.
serious.
You never know with Woody Harrelson. So now we get to kind of upsetting news. According to Deadline, director Rupert Wyatt, who just brought up, he's the guy who directed Rise of the Planet of the Apes, has exited the upcoming Gambit film. A statement was released and it said, I was very much looking forward to working with my friend Channing Tatum and the team at Fox, but regrettably a push in the start date now conflicts with another project. I thank them for the opportunity and I know that Gambit will make it to a film. I read more on this story and the schedule was being pushed back, and because of that, he had to leave. Directors generally have their schedules planned from the day begin to the day they end. So I guess whatever other project he was doing, it interfered with this film. I would have liked to see what he would have done with Gambit. I think because he worked with Fox, they brought him on here. But Rupert Wyatt is an exceptionally talented director.
He did a good job with Planet of the Apes, even though nobody expected it to be good. It was ended up being really good.
Yes, man, that's correct. You gotta also speak up just a little bit too. But they'll find someone.
Yeah,
they will. Yeah, they'll find someone. They'll be fine.
It's a comic book movie. Unless you don't hire Josh Trank, it won't get messed up.
Don't ever mention that name ever again until he apologizes for Fantastic Four.
Which he won't. Oh yes, good question though. Is Simon Kinberg producing this as well? Because I'm guessing he produces every Fox movie.
All right, why'd you say Kinberg?
Because it's a new thing. When we went to see Maze Runner Friday, when I was looking at the poster, for The Martian, and I was looking at the producers, I'm like, oh wait, Kinberg did it. So I'm like, what if I do Joaquin, but do it like
Joaquin works better than Kinberg. Kinberg. It's really Kinberg, but close enough. Next news story. Matt.
Yeah. Alright.
The scroll, bitch! The scroll!
Well, this is not good. And we both heard of this earlier in the week, and we're troubled by this. Well, mostly you.
Yes.
Reports have emerged that the planned sequel to Pacific Rim has been put on indefinite hold with no active plans to go into production. Fox said it's probably because...
Fox?
Well, not really Fox.
No, Universal.
Universal, I mean. As I'm thinking everything, I'm still thinking of... Yeah, him, hey?
Yep.
Basically, it was about the budget for the movie, which... If you hire Guillermo del Toro, why the hell are you not going to let him have a high budget? That's how he works. And the original film made about $410 million domestically.
No, worldwide.
Worldwide, I mean foreign, yes. But carried a budget of nearly $200 million, which was about, what was that, about $400 million they had to get back?
They had to get, yeah.
Yeah, because they had to double the about 200.
Yes.
So making the margins very small, and the film would have lost the company a lot of money if they fucked up. Which it did do really good, because really what saved them was China, surprisingly. The film was supposed to begin filming next month, and it was going to be released on April 2017. But recent add-on to this, which is not in the script, because it just was released, I think, yesterday or today. I think Del Toro made a statement about that he's saying that he doesn't want to scrap the project yet.
He doesn't usually like to scrap his projects.
Which is good.
Except for the Justice League movie that he was trying to do.
We have hope.
I saw Pacific Rim. I dug the film very much. I had a great time with it. I was unfortunately one of those people who did not get to see an IMAX 3D. I really regrettably did not get... I really wish I saw it. I really liked Pacific Rim. I had a fun time with it. Was the story great? No. You just go to see robots and monsters fighting each other. And I dug the film. Matt has the movie on Blu-ray, but he hasn't seen it yet.
I got it as a Christmas present years ago, and I have not touched it. I don't know why. I feel like it's because I see the length. It's a pretty long movie, right?
Oh, come on! You watch a lot of long-ass films. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but I'm asking, is it well-paced, or...
It's fun!
Okay.
Matt, it's a fun film.
Okay.
You watch it for the entertainment.
I'm trying to take the film too seriously.
Yes, you are. You're making it go all Transformers, which we do not want to talk about, but
to.
that is but we might talk about Transformers later on. According to Deadline, Universal Pictures is developing a new version of The Christmas Carol in the form of a film called Humbug. The report claims that the film will star Ice Cube as Ebenezer Scrooge, who in this rendition of the story is a successful real estate man. It is staying true to the original story, in which Scrooge is shown the error of his ways after visits from 3 different ghosts. Ice Cube, man, you're awesome. I respect you very much. If this film is not directed by F. Gary Gray, then there's going to be a major problem. No, I don't know how I feel about this. If Ice Cube ever listens to this, and if I say I don't like anything with him, he'll probably come down from the heavens of awesome people and then just kill me.
He just kicked
with his pinky finger.
No,
and then he would rap to me, and I'll be like, "This, thank you for rapping to me because you're one of the good rappers we have left today." But I don't know how I feel about this. That's all I have to say.
Mm-hmm. First of all, is this gonna be in the hood? No, I'm sorry, Ice Cube. I respect you, alright? But yeah, this. See, like, is this gonna be, first of all, because it's very vague, if it's gonna be a drama or a comedy?
It's obviously gonna be something.
It's probably dramatic. Yeah.
I don't know. How am I supposed to? If they don't tell me what it is, I wouldn't know.
They're staying true to the story, so.
But that doesn't mean it's gonna be a straight up comedy or a straight up drama. Because Christmas Carol, whenever you watch many renditions of the Christmas Carol, you either see ones that are just straight up comedy, straight up drama, or in between.
Then again, I remember the Muppets one. That was a good one.
No, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Me too. So yeah, I mean, until we know more about this film, so.
Now, Matt, what is our final news story?
We said it earlier already. That's right, kids. Transformers is still alive somehow because it makes so much goddamn money.
Read it the way it's written, please.
And here we go. Paramount is planning 2 brand new Transformers films. The first will be Transformers 5, which will once again star Mark Wahlberg. That's right. With director Michael Bay in talks to direct once again. Is he going to mumble about science? And the second is an animated feature which will serve as an origin story for the Transformers set on Cybertron, which the games already did. Academy Award winner Akiva Goldsman. Akiva Goldsman, Beautiful Mind, is set to write Transformers 5, while Ant-Man writers Andrew Barrer and Gabrielle Ferrari will script an animated origin story. Yeah.
Read the right way. Okay, Transformers 4 was one of the was very disappointing. Actually, yeah, it was pretty disappointing.
Nice direction.
Now, even though it hasn't fully confirmed that Michael Bay's directed it, I'm sure he's going to come back. Now, a lot of people seem to give him hate because they seem to blame him. I know that whole film is mainly a director's vision, but if the guy who wrote the previous 3 Transformers films isn't going to write this movie,
give it a chance.
Then you gotta give it a chance.
Yeah,
You got an Oscar winner writing the script, but the sad thing is, this guy wrote Batman and Robin. But this was before he won the Oscar for A Beautiful Mind.
Was it like his first movie, Batman and Robin?
I guess.
Probably. Yeah. Well, remember, then again, to be exact, Batman and Robin was just a disaster. Not like the writer, the director, everybody was like, yeah, we didn't know what we were doing. Except
for Joel Schumacher. He hasn't. I don't even think Arnold ever apologized for the film.
No, Schumacher apologized.
I said Arnold.
Oh, yeah. Arnold has not, because he probably just wants to forget about that film.
But, hey, you never know with Arnold. That's the thing.
Now, let's talk about this, alright? Transformers, directing-wise, it's good, right? It's fine sometimes, too.
It's
yes. Like, the first one's good. Second one is kind of, and the third's a little bit better. But then now the fourth one, the visuals are beautiful, I'll give it that. It didn't look like crappy CGI, but the writing, again, was terrible. Now, since we have...
But you didn't dislike it as much as me.
No, I actually rather watch that again than watch the second one. Okay? Because the second one, at least, the fourth one didn't have as much stupid jokes.
But the fourth one was so fucking long. Yes. It was the same runtime as Boyhood.
I'm gonna predict this, alright? I think that this one's gonna be over 3 hours.
Oh, better not be. If it is, then I'm done.
If it's the trend,
I'm done.
The trend has been going like this for a while. It's been getting longer each movie.
I'm done if it does that. I'm done.
That'd be funny. Shia LaBeouf, he's like in a cameo.
Oh no,
that'd be funny.
No, he encourages Mark Wahlberg to do it.
Just do it. He just comes in, just do it. Just like Mark Wahlberg punched him in the face.
Hey, Shia LaBeouf, go away. Hey,
it's Shia LaBeouf, go away.
Now, bitch. Hey, go away. It's my movie now, bitch. Say hi to your mother for me. Like that's literally what he would say. Yeah. Like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, now Mark Wahlberg was one of the better parts of the fourth movie, so
because Mark Wahlberg knows
Mark
how to carry a movie.
Mm-hmm. Now, with the whole new writer, hey, that could be good. We just have to see who's in charge of what they write.
Now, what do you feel about how do you feel about this whole animated origin story?
Oh, that's gonna be good, probably. You got 2 really good writers writing it, so yeah, they wrote Ant-Man.
Wait a minute. Wait, what?
It says on there. Yeah.
They wrote. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. The stupid news site wrote this wrong. What the fuck?
What'd they write?
They didn't write Ant-Man. No, Ant-Man was written by
Edgar Wright.
Now, okay, it was originally written by Edgar Wright and Joe Cornish.
They kept.
And then let me finish, please. Don't interrupt me. And then Adam McKay and Paul Rudd wrote the rest of the screenplay, but they still said Edgar Wright and Joe Cornish's original screenplay was still part of the newer screenplay.
Basically, 4
What
writers.
the fuck? Oh, I don't know where I got this news story from. I just write stuff from news stories, and I'm writing my own words.
So,
whatever, but I mean, animated origin story sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I would say good. It sounds cool. We don't know if it's going to be good, bad, or ugly.
Well, can I admit this? Like,
what?
I know when I was saying the story, I said this, but the games, there were games that kind of did the origin story already.
Good for them.
So we'll see what they are compared to the games.
Now we're moving on to trailers. Matt, could you tell me why, or what is our first trailer and say that I'm excited for it?
Hey, it rhymes with greed. Yeah, it's Creed.
Creed! Yay! I'm so pumped! I am so pumped for this fucking film. Rocky is a big part of my life. When they announced this movie shortly after Fruitvale Station came out, that Ryan Coogler, the director and writer of that film, was going to be reunited with Michael B. Jordan, and they were going to be making a movie about Apollo Creed's son. That sounded awesome. And then when they said, oh, Stallone might be coming back, I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah. And then the first trailer came out, I'm like, okay, I was already sold when they released images of that. I'm like, I'm already sold. Mm-hmm. This new trailer came out. Oh my god, it made me tear up like a baby. Oh my god, this trailer is amazing. I watched it so many times, I cried. Because, you feel so bad for Rocky, what he's going through. Oh my god. And I'm not going to spoil it if you guys haven't seen the trailer. If you just want to wait until the movie comes out.
Crap.
I think that this movie could get some Oscar buzz. I don't know. I don't think it's going to get a lot.
It'll get some
But,
stuff.
I don't know.
Probably directing.
I will be right back. Don't say anything yet, Matt. I'll be right back.
Alright. That tells you how good that movie's gonna be, because he just walked up and got out of here.
I am back, people! Creed really looks excellent. This was a very good trailer. Some people say it spoils a lot of stuff. You know what? It doesn't fucking bother me. At least it wasn't like the Southpaw trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But yeah, I'm very pumped for this movie. I'm gonna see this opening night, Thanksgiving. Rocky's a big part of my life. I saw all 6 films. I saw the 6th one in the theater. That's the only one I've seen in the theater because, I mean, I wasn't born when the first 5 came out. Okay? I saw the musical on Broadway. Had a good time with it. And now, I will be seeing Creed. It's going to be a great movie. I think it's going to make a good amount of money because it's coming out Thanksgiving. I thought Infestation was a terrific film. I thought it was a very overlooked film by the Academy. Mainly the Oscars. And it was just, it really got to me, really hit me. And this film looks like it's really going to hit me, and I'm very excited about it. Matt is a buffoon because he hasn't seen Rocky. So, from someone who hasn't seen Rocky, what do you think of this trailer?
I think it looks good. I just hope that again, just like how you did, I'm not gonna spoil it. But I just hope that what I think is gonna happen. I'll tell probably Brian after this, but I don't want what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen because that would be like predictable. It would be very sad though. But other than that, this movie looks extremely well made. You got beautiful cinematography. You have really good actor Michael B. Jordan. You have a really talented director. Yeah, I mean,
From a film that you haven't seen.
Yes, a film I haven't seen, but I have heard of. But as well as you got Stallone, so it's Stallone. Like just that alone should make you want to go see it. But now you have all this other talent. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
It's going to be a very good film. I'm really not worried about this film at all. I think this film's going to make my top 10. Rocky, like I said, is a big part of my life. Yeah, I'm very excited about this. Next trailer is for The Jungle Book. This is directed by Jon Favreau. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and you'll stop! Okay, Jungle Book. This film is being directed by Jon Favreau. It's coming out in April. When they announced the live-action Jungle Book film, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, if you had to ask me what were the 5 Disney animated films I would watch all the time when I was a little kid, I would say Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Mulan, and Hercules. I am on my way. Hercules. I can go the distance.
I love Hercules.
But Jungle Book was a film I liked growing up. It wasn't a film that I would rewatch over and over again, but I still enjoyed it. When I heard that Jon Favreau was going to be doing it, I'm like, okay, sure, that's cool. And even though this is just a teaser, I'm really looking forward to this movie. I mean, that kid, this is his first film. Jon Favreau was very impressed with the way he was acting. He had like 0 acting experience, and he was like impressed with how good he was for his age and how he wasn't exactly an actor. I mean, the animated cast, you got Bill Murray, you got Scarlett Johansson, Idris Elba, Ben Kingsley, Christopher Walken. You got a really stellar cast. Now you just hear, and it's cool that Scarlett Johansson was narrating the trailer as the Snake. I'm really looking forward to this movie. It looks animated beautiful. Now, I mean, granted, it's just a teaser. I want to hear more dialogue and I want to hear more stuff. But I'm really looking forward to this movie. You're not a family movie person.
Well, I don't remember. Well, I'll just say I don't remember Jungle Book that well. I mean, I remember watching it, but I just don't remember it that well.
Could you explain to people why you're not really a family film person? Just personally, like, what makes you think that family films aren't as important as, like, like non-family films?
First of all, classic family films I still love. Okay? Those I love. It's just, I don't know, just something about, like, the new ones. It's just something about me just sitting in a theater, I feel like they're bad. Because, TV gives me that impression for kids' TV,
Yeah, but not all family films
I know there's some good ones, like the SpongeBob movie, which I did see. And then, like you said, Inside Out. And stuff like that. But this movie, I don't know why, but it feels so eerie in the trailer, but also friendly. It's weird, hey? It feels so good for.
It looks like a very epic like action.
It looks epic, but at the same time, it looks like it's a little bit more mature than the animated movie. But at the same time, it's still meant for kids.
That's kind of how Cinderella was. It was kind of more mature. But and that movie showed that Disney can make live action adaptation. I mean, that's just one film, so I can't. If this film is good, then it shows that it can do it.
Plus, plus the visuals. Really
I mean, they're obviously not done. They're done filming the movie. They're done with filming it. They're just not done. I mean, the movie doesn't come out till April.
No, but I'm saying the CGI, really good.
You know, there was a lot. I mean, it looks like it looks like this was shot on the green screen, but
it does. But it doesn't look. It looks good. Looks good though, still for a green screen.
I'm curious to wait until there's another trailer coming out. I just want to hear Bill Murray's Blue. I just want to hear so bad. I'm glad that he whistled the bare necessities at the end. That kind of, I'm like, oh, it brings back memories of my. And let me ask you something. You know how I just mentioned 5 Disney films I would watch all the time when I was a kid? What about you? Were there any Disney anime films that you would watch all the time when you were a little kid that you could remember?
Yeah, well, from Disney, I can remember Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White, Alice in Wonderland, Hercules. As I said, probably one of my favorite ones. I love Hercules.
Lion King.
Aladdin. Well, I watched
Mulan. Did you watch Mulan a lot growing up, or no, not really?
I watched it, I think, once. I don't remember it that well.
See, like certain anime movies are so much better when you're older.
I remember Atlantis though.
Yeah, but Atlantis wasn't really something like classic Disney Renaissance.
I like it though. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's fine for what it is.
They're good movies. Well, they were around that time. It's like, well, not like 60s, but we're talking about like 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but that's because we were born in the 90s, so that's.
But it had that look of like a 60s one. Yeah.
It did. It did. So now let's go to the next trailer. Allegiant, the third Divergent movie. Nearly like 2/3 of this trailer is just flashbacks from the first 2 films.
You want the movie spoiled for you? You do.
Okay, let's see. The new one just came out in March. That's 6 months ago. Take it easy, people. Okay.
I think that
me and Matt, I think have said this numerous times. We do not give a shit about Divergent. We didn't see Insurgent. We can't comment on it. I want to see Insurgent before the year ends. I want to see it before this film comes out.
Wait, if we could hang out one day, I want to watch me and you and see how bad it is.
Insurgent?
Yeah.
I'll try to find
once
it.
Once you get it, rented. Yeah, we gotta
watch
it.
I'll try to find a way to rent it. It's a little hard for me to rent movies. Isn't it going to
be on Netflix soon?
Not on Netflix. I think it's HBO.
Oh yeah, we can watch it on HBO then.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be on at the way end of the year. So if I want to make a worst of the year list, because by the way, people, we are doing a best of the year podcast and worst. Because you know what? I don't want to just say my top 10. Obviously, I'm going to make a separate video, but I'm going to tell him not to watch it until we record our show, and then he's like, "Oh, so you put that at number 10 or that at number 1? Okay."
There's not many movies I can comment that I say were bad this year.
No, like to me, the only not so good films I saw this year were Minions, Terminator Genocide, Pixels.
Yeah, Pixels.
And Genocide. And 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, which I'm starting to see as maybe it's not that bad.
It really wasn't that.
It was enjoyable to watch. I'll tell you that because
I wouldn't say enjoyable is not the right word.
Enjoyable, like not in a sexual way, no, but enjoyable like in a.
There were barely any sex scenes in that fucking film.
No, but it's more. It's more.
I saw Dakota Johnson in the film today. That we'll be talking about in just a little bit.
Okay, it's not exactly it has the same thing like The Room and The Wicker Man, that type of feeling where it's not a good movie. It's not a good movie, but
Mom, get the camera!
It's not a good movie to watch, but it is fun to like.
It's a fun popcorn movie.
Yes, to watch.
But 50 Shades of Grey would not be like that kind of film where it knows it's bad.
No, because they're trying to be serious.
Yeah,
it's Twilight fan fiction.
Allegiant doesn't look very good. And they're wasting Jeff Bridges. Not Jeff Daniels.
They're wasting Jeff Bridges? What the fuck?
Jeff Daniels, excuse me.
Tron. That's what Tron would do.
Jeff Daniels, excuse me.
What were you thinking of, Seventh Son?
No, because Jeff Daniels and Jeff Bridges, same first name. Yeah. I mixed them up by accident.
Wait, he's in Allegiant? I didn't notice. Crap.
Wait, you saw the trailer, right?
Yeah, but I didn't remember seeing
He was at the way end of the trailer. That's
you're right, yes.
Yeah, I'm not looking for. But here's the thing: we should probably just review it as a trailer,
yeah.
Not like we know the film's gonna be this. Let's just review it as I thought it was a trailer. I just don't like the fact that they showed. I get it if they're trying to remind us, but you don't need to do that.
I think the director did it because or the company, I mean, not the director, did it because they saw the critical response to Insurgent. They're probably like, well.
But Harry Potter didn't do that with their trailer. Twilight didn't even do that with their trailers.
Yeah, that tells you how desperate they are.
But Twilight got bad reception, and they didn't do that with their trailers.
They got a lot of money, though. That's the thing. They got a lot of money.
Yeah, they did.
So they didn't give a shit.
And also, Twilight's better.
Like, seriously, they didn't give a shit. They're like, well, yeah.
You know why? Because Twilight was really the first big young adult vampire type of film. That's why they're really...
It is the only.
It was really the only. The only other young adult novel series they kind of had that time was Potter.
And then after that, Hunger Games, right?
Hunger Games came out the same. Hunger Games came out the same year that Twilight ended.
Yeah.
So.
And then you had Divergent came out after Catching Fire, and then you had The Maze Runner come around that same time as well.
You have The Giver too.
And The Giver, which
Moral Instruments came out at one point.
Well, Moral Instruments.
There were too many young adult films.
The
like,
explosion,
it's crazy,
man.
Well, let's go into something good. In the Heart of the Sea. This is the new film from Ron Howard. It's supposed to come out in March. It comes out on December 11th. Very excited for this film. This film looks very good. It looks like it's going to be Ron Howard's best film in terms of visual effects.
Looks really good.
It looks very good. I'm happy that he and Chris Hemsworth are working together again because I really liked Rush. I didn't love it like a lot of people did. I liked it for what it was, but I dug. That film to me showed Chris Hemsworth's acting chops outside of Thor, really. But I'm glad that he's doing this film, and I am looking forward to it, and I really hope that it's something good, and I think it will be good, because I'm very confident in good old Ronnie Howard.
Ronzi.
Ronzi?
Yeah. Ronzi.
Your thoughts?
Looks good. Yeah. There's nothing really bad to say about this movie other than they got pushed back.
Like, well, I think it got pushed back for good reasons.
What was happened?
Oscar. Well, the thing is, I think that because of how successful American Sniper was.
Weinstein wants the
No, this is from Warner Brothers.
Oh, why am I confusing with Weinstein again?
Because they both have W's in the names.
No. There's another movie that Weinstein pushed back. I could have sworn.
Weinstein has a lot of films coming out this fall.
Yeah,
because they do. They have Carol. They have Macbeth. They have some other film coming out. I think
it was Macbeth. Yeah, they pushed too.
No, Macbeth is coming out overseas next week, I think.
Yes, but
it's not coming out here in the U.S. until December.
Till the 4th, the first week of December. So, very excited for that movie. Ooh.
Very excited. Next trailer, Matt. What is our next trailer?
Next trailer is Mockingjay Part 2, and it doesn't really tell us anything new.
This isn't really a trailer,
it's more of a montage. Like, it's kind of like Allegiant, but better, this trailer.
Well,
it's a montage.
It wasn't really a trailer, so...
It's more of it's like a montage about, of everything that happened.
But it really shows the relationship between Candace and Prim.
Which could be foreshadowing something very tragic, so...
I don't think Prim dies. I know Candace doesn't die.
Yeah, and I know Peeta doesn't die either. So yeah, but for people who out there, I have to rebrush on it, but it was just, but based on the trailer, it's kind of giving me this thing like, why would they make a trailer about Prim and Candace?
Why do you think a lot of people
something is going to happen though? It's like,
but I think they're showing because that relationship. I mean, they're sisters, and that's a very important aspect to the series.
Right, but they're going to do something with it. Something's going to happen. Something tragic's going to happen.
Something tragic could happen, but that doesn't mean that it will.
That'd be cool if it did though. Because it would.
Well, I mean, it would be sad.
It would be sad. It's just throw us a curveball and give us a sucker punch in the face. Good.
But I am looking forward to this film. I'm very excited to see how this whole franchise ends. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this whole franchise ends.
Ever since what's his name, Francis Lawrence or whatever, took over, the movies have been great.
They've been, even though Mockingjay Part 1 wasn't a great film.
It's kind of like Deathly Hallows Part 1. It's like...
But a lot of people seem to shit on this film more than Deathly Hallows Part 1.
No, well, yeah, because, see...
Deathly Hallows Part 1 had more... It didn't have a lot of action, but it did have... story. It started off with an action sequence. It kind of ended with one. There was one in the middle with the incredible chase scene in the forest.
No, but it ended on a very sad note, though, the first part.
Oh, of course
Same like Mockingjay Part 1.
Sort of.
And that's where the norm came from, was Harry Potter, so...
But, I mean... I'm really excited. We're only 2 months away from this. It feels not that long ago since Mockingjay Part 1
It feels like the days when we had Harry Potter and we were waiting for Deathly Hallows Part 2, remember?
Well, that came out like 7 months later.
Yeah, but remember, we were just like...
do you not understand how, out. Like that movie came out when we were in 7th grade. And we didn't even meet yet. We met 2 years later.
But
I was like, oh my god, the week it was coming. I'm like, oh my god, it's 1 week, and I'm like, it's 6 days, 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. Ah! And then I saw it at midnight. Oh my god, I hate that there were no 7 o'clock showings back
Ray
then.
Fiennes, man.
Oh my god, I saw it at the New Brunswick Theater.
Seeing Ray Fiennes.
I didn't see it. I saw the movie 3 times in the theater. I saw it midnight. Then I saw it with some of my friends from middle school, and then I saw it with my sister and one of our family friends. Oh my god, it was such a fun fucking film, Deadly Hallows Part 2. But yeah, moving on from Deadly Hallows Part 2.
I would say, wait, before we finish with that, before we move on, I was going to say, if I recall, if I remember, they did like a Matrix-like thing, Matrix 3. You know how like in Matrix 3, they're like, oh, you're kind of dead, but you're not dead? They did, if I remember, I just noticed now, like, it's basically the same thing, mostly. You know, remember when, it's kind of a spoiler, but everyone knows this by now. You know when Voldemort, the first time, faces Harry Potter in the forest in the Deathly Hallows Part 2 and kills him, supposedly?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember how, like, he's in, like, the kind of, like, the Matrix thing where he's just, like...
Are you saying this trailer is like that?
No, I just want
No, like how you see Candace kind of looking away and stuff, and it's kind of like memories all... But the thing is, when he was in that, he didn't really have... He wasn't...
But it was kind of the same. I'm trying to say it's the same premise. Like, they were in, like, a train station, like, area. And it was like, oh, you can either get on the train or you can, you know, hey?
Yeah.
Come back. Yeah. Like, it was basically like The Matrix. And I just noticed that. And I think this is written before The Matrix, right?
And he had no glasses in that scene.
Yeah.
So that was very cool because the week before that movie came out, I saw Daniel Radcliffe on a Broadway show called How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. And he was saying it, and it was weird seeing him say it in person. No, it was just weird seeing the man in person. Mm-hmm. Because when he came out, everyone was like...
And you see
I was like this... Ah! I didn't scream because I didn't want to be that rude. So I was like this... I was like...
Did you see when he looked like a Comic-Con? At San Diego Comic-Con, he looked so like his hair was all fucking messed up.
Well, he's a man now.
Yo,
he's moved on.
Yo, but
he has moved on. Like, he really wants to move on from that franchise.
But he did good, though. I think he's a good actor.
Oh, he's great. Yeah. Without Potter, he wouldn't be... But, let's move on to our next trailer. Bridge of Spies, Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks, comes out on October 16th. Very excited for this film. Excellent trailer. This trailer is fantastic. It doesn't really spoil much. It starts off just building character development and then just goes from there. It's a very nice trailer. So excited for this movie. Like I said, I love Steven Spielberg. I'm glad that he's come back with a film. The last film he did was Lincoln that came out 3 years ago. So it's been 3 years since he made a film. So I'm really excited for this movie. I think it looks fantastic. Mm-hmm.
It's Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks.
4th time making a film. 4th time.
It's like, seriously, it's like you pair Tom Hanks with Zemeckis or with like Spielberg. It's gonna be a great movie. And as well as, don't forget, we said this, I think, last time we brought up Bridge of Spies, but we also got Coen Brothers writing it. Yeah. Even though the whole, last thing the Coen Brothers did with him was, but other than that,
that was 10 years ago.
That was before Big Lebowski.
That was what? No, it wasn't.
It was after?
Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
I said it was like 10. Big Lebowski came out the year we were born, buddy.
98, yeah, it came out.
Lady Killers came out in 2004.
Okay. So
which was the last time Spielberg and Tom Hanks worked together in a film called The Terminal, which I actually really like. I know a lot of people seem to not like that film. I like it for what it is. I think that film. I think it's Spielberg's funniest film. Well, that's actually not saying much because he hasn't really made comedy.
It's funny. We live in an airport.
But yeah, it looks fantastic. Very excited about this film. Steve Jobs. Oh my god, this trailer was so fucking good. Michael Fassbender and Seth Rogen are going to be in the same room talking. No one expected that. No one ever expected Seth Rogen to be in a film that was from
even
an
Jeff
Oscar
Daniels.
Winner. Jeff Daniels has been in many dramatic films.
But still, you wouldn't expect also Jeff Daniels and who else? I'm trying to think. There's one of the... Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting somebody else. Kate Winslet, right?
Yes.
Yes, Kate Winslet. Which, thank God she's in
a
something.
lot of people say that she might steal the show for this.
Thank God she's in
because
something
she knows
other
she's
than
doing
Divergent.
Quiet, boy. You haven't seen many Kate Winslet films.
No, but I'm happy.
He still hasn't seen Titanic. Everyone needs to see Titanic at least once in their life. Even if they don't like it, they're like, oh yes, I must see it at least once. Steve Jobs really looks excellent. This is a great trailer. I've seen so many commercials from this film, and there's just one where there's no talking. You hear, like, background music, and you see Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak yelling at each other. I'm like, I'm seeing Seth Rogen yelling, and it's not, like, funny. It's, like, serious. I'm like, holy shit. But I'm hearing so many great things about this film from Telluride. Everyone is praising this film. Everybody, because it's like a 3-act story. It's written by Aaron Sorkin.
3 meetings, right?
Danny Boyle directing this. I mean, this film has so much going for it. I know that this film will not suck. I know that I will not dislike this film. I think Steve Jobs is one of the most inspirational people we've ever had, ever. I mean, when he died, it kind of broke my heart.
And a shit ton of stuff about him after. Yeah.
I mean, like, but yeah, this film looks fantastic.
If I remember, didn't the film writing get some inspiration from the documentary that recently came out about Steve Jobs?
What, this?
Yeah, from
No, this was based on the biography.
Oh, the biography. Okay.
From Walter Isaacson.
Ah.
Which I have not. I tried to. That's a big fucking book. I can't read that shit.
How big is this shit?
It's like big as fuck. I'll show you later. I don't think I have it, but yeah, give your thoughts on this trailer.
So I should mention to his audience, hey, I just watched The Social Network for the first time, like, over the last weekend. I watched it because it was one of the few Fincher films I have not seen. He gave it to me months ago, and I finally decided to watch it. And then also, I wanted to see what type of writing Aaron Sorkin does. And even though I am not a huge Facebook person, I'm not whole into that story, I really liked his writing. Now, seeing this trailer, I'm making connections like to Social Network, how it looks and feels, as well as with the writing. Like, and I'm like, this is going to be really good. And this is something I'm a little bit more interested in, even though I'm not an Apple person either. I'm a little more interested in Steve Jobs than Mark Zuckerberg, no offense. Even though I do think, though, that Social Network was a great movie. Yeah, that movie looks really, really well made. It looks interesting how they're not covering his whole life, so it's going to be like, I'm guessing each act is going to be a different event. I'm guessing.
I sat in the garage and it feels into the future because artists lead and hacks ask for show of hands.
Yeah. That sums up the movie right there.
Looks fantastic. The Last Witch Hunter.
Is he truly the last witch hunter? Probably not.
Say Witch Hunter. Witch Hunter!
Wait, I didn't even see anything in that. Was there a ghost or something like that I missed?
What do you mean?
When she did that part.
No, he woke up because she thought he was dead.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand that part for a minute.
Yeah, I had to rewatch that just for a little bit. But yeah, it looks like a guilty pleasure movie.
It looks better. This trailer, I think, was better than most of the other trailers that I've seen. It seems this trailer, I'll admit, it gave me the eerie vibe that I like, that I was thinking this movie would have, since it has to deal with witches, and stuff. With the whole cover song of Painted Black in the background. The scene, the special effects looks good, decent, hey. And you have Vin Diesel killing motherfucking witches. Yeah. And his ally is Elijah Wood, who's a priest.
Dominic Toretto. Oh my god, speaking of Elijah Wood, did you watch the recent episode of Movie Fights with Elijah Wood?
No.
He was on there.
He was on?
Yes!
What was he? He was there so was it like publicity for Cooties, or did he just do it just because he wanted to?
He just wanted to.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, they promote
Cooties. Yeah. This episode is brought to you by Cooties,
which we'll be talking about later on.
Which Chase really loves.
The Fifth Wave. This looks awful. It looks really bad. I love Chloe Grace Moretz. I think she's a really great young actress. But I have zero interest in this movie.
Why the Fifth Wave? Like, seriously, I'd rather watch a movie about the other 4 waves than the 5th one.
Yeah, let's move on. And then, Point Break. Warner Brothers, really? Why are you doing this? Point Break is such a fun action movie from the 90s. I am an FBI agent! Okay,
and Furious
why
are-
is Luke Bracey, who's playing Johnny Utah, sound like a combination of Chris Hemsworth and Keanu Reeves?
And looks
Now,
like-
look, Keanu Reeves did play Johnny Utah very well, and then Patrick Swayze, the late great Patrick Swayze, rest in peace, sir, I miss you very much, played Bodhi. And the guy that's playing Bodhi, Edgar Ramirez, looks, he looks like someone that would be playing Utah. While the guy who's playing Utah looks a lot like someone that would play Bodhi. And why is there so much parachuting? Is this movie trying to promote parachutes?
I'll admit, though, that one skydive part was really good.
What, with the money?
Yeah.
Yeah, but, and also, this movie
But
looks
that
like a
was
GQ commercial.
Wasn't that done in the original, though? I could have sworn.
You see, here's the thing. I don't remember everything from the original film. I saw the original film. The last time I watched it was earlier this year.
I have to
so
watch
I don't really
this.
remember.
I'm
going to have to rewatch it again before this movie comes out. But this movie has very interesting counter programming because it comes out on Christmas Day. It comes out exactly 1 week after Star Wars. So, who knows what's going to happen with this movie? I mean, could it be good? I don't know. It looks like it's gonna suck, but
yeah, I'll admit though.
Remakes aren't usually very good.
I'll admit though, it's very green.
It looks like The Matrix.
Yes.
Why is there a lot of green? What is this, an environmental film?
It should be called Breakpoint: The Matrix.
No, it's called Breakpoint: Environment.
Environment.
Rated PG-13.
For green.
For overusage of green. And now the last trailer was I Smile Back. I saw this trailer. You said you didn't watch it.
Didn't.
It stars Sarah Silverman in a very, very, very dramatic performance. Okay. She plays someone with serious depression. She drinks. She does drugs. Oh
basically,
my god,
Robin Williams. Yes, kind of.
Oh, dude, why'd you have to say that?
I'm just thinking it just sounds a lot like it, except for with the drugs and the drinking.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Don't think about it. Move on.
I can't believe you said that. It's terrible. But this movie really looks, oh my god, I love Sarah Silverman. I think she's a very, very funny woman. I've heard great things about this movie from Sundance. It recently premiered at TIFF. TIFF ends tomorrow. It ends tomorrow, TIFF.
Poor TIFF.
But it looks very good. Mm-hmm. I love seeing comedic actors do straight up dramas. And I heard great things about Sarah Silverman's performance. Some people said the film was just fine.
Yeah. And it's I'm guessing, very, very low budget movie. Since, it's independent, obviously. It's at TIFF. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it looks very good.
Mm-hmm.
Check this trailer out when you can. It really does look very good. I'm very interested in this movie. Now let's move on to the Blu-ray releases. What is our first Blu-ray release?
Furious 7.
Furious 7. I bought this movie. I'm probably gonna watch it maybe later tonight.
Good movie.
I enjoyed Furious 7. I had a very fun time with this movie. I saw it with Frank and Shane on Thursday, April 2nd, 2015 at 7 o'clock p.m. in the IMAX theater at AMC New Brunswick.
I saw it. When did it come out? The first, if I remember?
No, the second.
It came out, yeah.
Well, technically came out the third, but I saw it on the Thursday night.
Same. So
well, you didn't see it with us.
No, I saw
because
it.
you cheap man. You cheapskate.
But I'll tell you this, though.
Where did you see it? You saw it with your cousin.
In Hazlitt.
Yes. In the Hazlitt theater that has recliner seats. Yeah, recliner seats are great and all, but Matt usually likes to sit in the front because they ordered their tickets at the last minute, which kind of sucks.
We had this bought in the week before.
Oh, did you?
We had a plan. When we have early showings, we always buy it before, most of the time. Especially if it's a big movie. So, yeah. It's Fast and Furious. It's like Mission Impossible. They have been getting better. Yes. If you haven't gotten the memo after, I would say, maybe Fast 5, then you should probably just not watch any more of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks very good. I know. It was a good film. Not great. It wasn't great.
Better than 6, even though I like 6 too. It's better, I feel like.
I disagree. I thought this was kind of below 5 and 6. I think this is the third best in the series.
I think I think Luke Evans was a good villain. It's just I like Jason Statham because he's more of a badass.
That's because Jason Statham is Jason Statham.
One of the few critiques, though, of the movie is that they didn't use him enough.
So
hopefully the extended, what you have the extended edition. Hopefully the extended edition has him in it more.
I don't know what's good. I don't know what they put in the extended edition. I've yet to watch that thing, you fool. Next release, Matt.
Next release.
Wait. Before we go, I gave the film an A-. You gave it like 4.5 out of 5 stars, which means an A.
Yeah. A minus area.
I wouldn't have gone higher than an A minus, but whatever.
It's around that area. I was trying.
That's what Frank and Shane gave the movie. They gave it an 8. They liked it a little more than me, but
that was before I did like the rating and the letters grades.
yes.
So I didn't really have a letter grade for it.
Yeah, you didn't. Next release, Matt.
The next release is Love and Mercy. Oh, never mind.
No, let's talk about Love
Let's
and
talk
Mercy.
about Love and Mercy first. Yeah.
I saw this. He didn't. I liked it.
I wanted to see it though. It's about. Come on, it's about the Beach Boys. About Brian Wilson.
Good film. Not great. Very good performances from everybody.
Yelling.
Quiet! Quiet, you buffoon! Paul Giamatti was great in the film. He was very good. John Cusack, I think this is the best performance I've ever seen him give. Paul Dano was very good as young Brian Wilson. I mean, Paul Dano and John Cusack, nothing alike, but they really pulled off Brian Wilson very well. And Elizabeth Banks gave my favorite performance of the entire film. I thought this was the best performance she's ever given. Because you know what? People seem to shit on her. I love Elizabeth Banks. She's a combination of funny, beautiful, sexy, and talented. Like, she's very good. She's had a good year. She directed Pitch Perfect 2. She was in the Wet Hot American Summer TV show. She's had a very good year. She really has had a good year. And she's going to be in Mockingjay Part 2. So, she's had a very good year. I gave this movie a B. I do recommend it. I would say rent it. Oh, yeah, by the way, Furious 7, I would say buy it.
Buy it, definitely. Unless you haven't seen it, then probably rent it.
Love and Mercy, I would say rent it. And now, Matt, what is our final Blu-ray release?
Yeah, well, this one, you can comment. You can comment on like 2 of these ones that I can't. The next one, we already talked about live-action movies. It is the first live-action movie from Disney that started the trend. And that's Cinderella.
Cinderella was one of the biggest surprises in a very long time for me. I had like 0 expectations for this movie. I like Kenneth Branagh as the director. I like the cast in the film. But I was like, what's the point?
Why are you doing this?
But then I saw the movie. I heard, before the movie came out, I heard reviews and people were like praising it. I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, sure, I'll go check it. I was already going to go see it anyway. And I really like this movie. I really like Cinderella.
Question to you, who gave the best performance?
Cate Blanchett and Lily James combined. They were both terrific. Lily James is going to be a star. She is going to be a star, people. She played Cinderella beautifully, and she wasn't even that great looking of a girl. She's very pretty, but she's not like hot, which actually is something good. That they didn't pick like a very hot. Finally, they didn't pick a very hot girl for this. At least I don't think she's hot. But you know what? If you think she's hot,
go ahead.
That's fine with me. But yeah, I really liked the movie. I thought it was visually beautiful. I thought the costumes were fantastic. I thought the acting was excellent. I mean, there were some flaws I had. I don't really remember the flaws I had.
I think if I remember, because a lot of people said that the movie played it too safe. Like, it didn't deviate a lot.
You watch way too many reviews, man.
No, but just what I've heard from general consensus.
Yes, it kind of played it a little too safe. There were some different stuff, but it was pretty much the same movie, but more mature. So yeah, Cinderella, I would say rent it. If you're looking for something to watch, for your little kids to watch, buy it. I really think it's a great. I think it's a great family film. I thought it was a very good film for the family. I didn't think I was gonna like it. I'm a guy, and I really liked it. There were many guys I know who actually liked this movie, and I was one of them.
It gets Brian's family film seal of approval.
Thumbs up for me. Rent it if you haven't seen it. Just check it out, guys. It's a very surprising film. Now let's move on to the movie releases. Matt, what is our first movie release?
Play the clip.
Okay, fine. I'll play the clip. Play clip in 3, 2, 1. Nope. Matt, what? So what is it called, Matt? Say it the way I told you to say it.
It's called Maze Runner: The Scorched Trials, also known as the sequel to the surprisingly good young adult movie, The Maze Runner, which we saw together last year.
1 year ago today, we saw Maze Runner.
Exactly.
1 year ago today, Maze Runner came out. And we saw the film. We both dug it.
Yeah, where's the cake? Where's the giant maze cake I ordered?
Maze cake?
Fuck you, Wegmans.
What?
No, I didn't actually order a cake. I wish, though, I did, actually.
You buffoon. This film was... You guys can check out my full review on the channel. I gave it a solid C.
It was... I'll tell you, it was a step down from Maze Runner. I'll agree with that. I wouldn't say it's god-awful, no.
No.
It's
not at all.
If you had a choice between watching this or Insurgent, or even Divergent, I would say watch this film. It's just... The issue with this film is that it just felt longer than it needed to be.
And it felt like 25 different films.
Yes. Like, there were so many different genres in this film. Like, there were some sad parts, I'll admit. The acting, I'll admit this right now. The acting is great. It's really good. It's probably, next to Hunger Games, it has, like, the best young adult acting we have in the business right now.
Yeah.
That's what keeps the series afloat, I think.
Uh-huh.
You have okay writing. It's okay. There's, like, the first 20 minutes are great, right?
They're fine.
They're good.
I like the first... I think you like the first 20 minutes more than me.
I like the first 20 minutes because it's like, wait, who are these people? It's like, type of thing. And it's more... It kind of explains it better.
Yeah.
But the story still is kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Like, how does the sun give you a virus? What?
Yep.
Yeah. But then... And as I could quote you, when we walked out of the movie, you said, but as soon as they left the facility, they onto the scorch. Ah! You're like...
I was like, ah!
Yeah. Like, and that kind of sums up, like, it's just, the pacing's all over the place. Like, this movie, even though it was a 2-hour and, like, 10-minute movie...
I'm sorry, I was watching someone's Snapchat.
But, like... It just felt like a 3-hour movie to me. I don't know why. I was like, is it gonna end now? No. Is it gonna end now? No. Hey? But I would say, again, the acting, like I said, great. Right? Great acting. Especially Dylan O'Brien.
Uh-huh.
And then your dude from Game of Thrones is pretty good.
Littlefinger?
Yep.
Yeah, he was fine.
And then... I'm still excited to see The Death Cure, and as you said, they aren't going to split into 2 parts. Finally, a young adult film that doesn't do it.
Yep.
So at least the director has competence. You know what I mean? Unlike others, some of them. But, yeah. I would say, if you've seen the first one, I suggest you should still see the second one. It's not, like, you'll still have a fun time, hey? It's just very average, you know, hey?
What are great.
I would have to say... I'm going to be a little nice to it because I did somewhat enjoy the first one.
We said that we enjoyed it.
I know. No, yeah, so I'm going to say I gave it a C+.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Next movie, Black Mass. I saw this today. My review has yet to be uploaded as of this recording. For all you know, by the time this episode is uploaded to YouTube, my review could be up. I liked Black Mass very much. I didn't love it. Crime is my favorite genre for any film. I am a sucker for crimes. My favorite film of all time, or what I consider my favorite film of all time, is a crime film. So, I mean, crime is my shit. Okay, I'm a sucker for these kinds of movies. And also, Johnny Depp was going back to doing something normal, and he fucking killed it here. He is great. I hope that he is nominated for a Best Actor Oscar. Part of me wants him to win, but at the same time, I'm like, I haven't seen any of the other Oscar type of movies yet. This is probably the first really big one that's out. I mean, obviously I'd see Steve Jobs and The Revenant and The Danish Girl and Trumbo and all these other movies. But Johnny Depp will definitely be nominated for Best Actor. Everybody's saying that he should be nominated. There are people I know who said the film was just eh. And they say that he should be nominated because this is his comeback. Johnny Depp, man, I love you. I grew up with you. I'm so happy that you picked this role. Scott Cooper, thank you for making this movie. And thank you for casting Johnny Depp as Whitey Bulger. You did such a great job.
He doesn't even look like Johnny Depp when I look at him every time.
Now, could you ask me questions because you didn't see this movie?
I was supposed to see it Thursday night, but shit happens, okay?
I blame the person that he was going to go see the movie with.
Yes. Now, first of all...
obviously, I already talked about Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about the acting, because I know all these actors did a phenomenal job, hey?
For the most part.
Now, how is the pacing? Is it rushed, you know? Is it, like, okay?
It's not rushed. Like, it's they do some time jumps in this movie, and they're like long time jumps, and I'm like, so wait, after this happened, you just jumped this far in? Like what? But I was still engaged into the movie no matter what. It didn't bother me. So it bothered me a little bit, but it didn't like say, oh, now I hate this movie because of what it just did.
Pitchforks and torches. Okay. All right. So I'm just trying to think because it's like really that's the only issue I've heard from a lot of people about the movie is the pacing. Some of it, like that, it should have been longer than it actually was. It's just like
it kind of should have been a little longer.
It's kind of like
it was pretty short for a crime film.
It was like the same thing with. I want to say exactly. I don't want to compare this movie to this other shitty movie that we agree is the worst movie of the year so far. Hey, but it had the same issue with it, but not. It wasn't as major though. You know the whole pacing. You already know what movie I'm talking about.
Yeah, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that, but it's not as bad. That problem of extending it out more.
Yeah, but the thing with Fantastic Four is that was just something different because that had a lot of production issues. This didn't really have any problems.
I know. I'm not talking about the production. I'm just talking about like the whole like pacing thing. Like, because as I said, because we all agree. You, and Chase all agree. It should have been a longer ass movie. Hey.
Honestly, I thought it was a fine pace. I wish they had more stuff in it to make it work.
Okay, so it's not actually a downgrade. It's just I just wish. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, and
more questions, please.
Okay, it's just hard to talk about this movie because there's so many good.
Also,
things.
it's nothing really new to the genre. Like, it's not like something different. Like comparing films like to Goodfellas or The Godfather or The Departed. It's just something we've seen before, but it works. It's a good movie. Some people say it's not even that good of a film. I'm like, it's a good film. Come on. Oh, because like the story isn't as incredible as we thought it would be. Well, the story is fine.
It's not the book. Like
it's more focused on the performances than the story. But it's not like the story is not focused on at all.
So it's like American Hustle then. Not exactly, but it's
that's much different.
See, but it's not as hyped up because
that was much. I was hyped up for that movie more than this movie. I think.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm trying to say. It kind of had that like. It's more about the performances, not about, the actual story. Which is interesting. They're set around the same time period, both movies, kind of.
They are, but,
yeah.
I mean, they're set in different places.
And they're both true stories.
They are.
Yeah. So, well, more like American Hustle, like, I don't think Irvin Rosenfeld was a real guy. I know he's fake.
I'm surprised you remember his name. That's what I'm surprised by.
Mm-hmm.
I remember his first name being Irvin. I didn't realize that you would remember his last
name.
I
remember because I remember Jennifer Lawrence's last name in the movie, yeah.
That's because everyone said Jennifer Lawrence gave the best performance in that film. That is a wrong statement! It was Christian Bale! And Amy Adams.
And
Amy Adams.
I forgot her character.
I don't even want to remember. Yeah. But yeah, I gave this film a B+. You got my review will be up hopefully before this episode's uploaded. If it's not, then check out my review. Yeah. And now, Captive... Because there's a lot of limited releases then there's only a few wide releases. I don't think this movie's a wide release. I kind of should have changed it. Captain stars David Oyelowo and Kate Mara.
Is this a true story?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
Yes. I don't give two shits about this movie.
Another religious movie.
No, it's not religious.
Really? So is this like No Good Deed mixed with religious though at all? This looks what it looks like.
Well.
It kind of looks like that. Like where they have a discreet criminal has somebody hostage in a house, but they end up, she's like, oh, I'm a recovering meth addict, and I want to,
I don't think she was a recovering addict.
Yeah, they said, no, I've read the plot. It says she's a recovering meth addict.
She's a recovering addict? See, I don't remember. I always saw the trailer one time.
No, I read the plot. This is from the plot, not the
No, but I always saw the trailer. I remember there was a clip of her in the meeting, but I don't remember exactly what it was for. See, that's
the plot, the synopsis is better to read than watch.
I don't give a shit about this movie. I think David Oyelowo is a very good actor. I think Kate Mara is a very good actress. Man, it doesn't bother me. And also, don't think that just because she was in Fantastic Four that she can't act. She's a really good actress. Same with Michael B. Jordan. He's a great actor, and don't think that just because they were in Fantastic Four they can't act. They can all act. Okay, I'm telling you that they can all act.
Even though he's been having all three of them. Well, I wouldn't say at least see Kate Mara and Michael B. Jordan, at least, even though they had a shitty thing with Fantastic Four, at least they have something good to look forward to.
By the way, Kate Mara still hasn't watched Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Yeah, because she don't want to see it. Because, did Michael B. Jordan even watch it? No, I don't think.
I don't know. He hasn't really confirmed it.
But I would say, with, Yeah, like, because see, with Kate Mara, she's got the payoff with The Martian, which she's been getting rave reviews, which we'll be talking about very soon in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, she's in The Martian. That's right.
Yeah, and then
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then you have and then you also have Michael B. Jordan McCreed now. So yeah, they have a big payoff. I don't know what Miles' payoff's gonna be. He's got to have some kind of payoff.
I don't know.
Like originally supposed to be in that musical with the Damien Chazelle musical.
Damien Chazelle.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. But then that role went to
what's his name?
Fuck. Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling took it, and it comes out next year. I think the musical. Yeah. That's
but
interesting.
I don't know if I would have wanted Miles Teller to be in the musical. I don't think he could sing. Ryan Gosling could sing. He has his own group. Yeah. So, I mean, Ryan Gosling can sing. He can't direct the film, but...
Hey, we haven't seen the film.
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
What does it look? Shitty.
The dialogue is so mediocre. It's so bad. I feel so bad for him.
They do a good job directing it, at least.
He's trying to copy off Nicholas Winding reference.
Well, yeah, because that's his inspiration. Dude worked with him for like 2 movies.
He did work for him with 2 movies. Drive and Only God Forgives.
And I remember, he also worked with the writer of Drive as well before with Half Nelson. So.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, Captive. I have zero interest in this movie. I don't think I'm going to see this at all, and I really don't give a damn. Now limited releases. Pawn Sacrifices stars Tobey Maguire as Bobby Fischer.
If we only had Shane here to say that. And I don't give a damn.
And I don't give a damn. Now, I'm hearing good things about this movie. I am looking forward to seeing this when it comes out wide here in Jersey. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm very interested.
If only we had the clip. If only we recorded the clip, probably that we've commented multiple times.
I've commented multiple times on it.
No, we did.
You haven't commented on, you ass.
Yes, you showed me it though.
I showed you it, but you didn't. You commented on it like 1 time.
Yeah.
Many times would mean that you commented.
If the audience, for all the listeners, you wanted to tell them.
No! It's when he yells, "I'm coming for you" to leave Schreiber. Now, I talked with Chase today. He saw the film today. He saw it today.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure his review will be up soon. But yeah,
I'm
looking forward.
It?
You gotta watch his review to find out.
That's right. He's not
I'm looking forward to it. You're looking forward to it. Let's take a quick break. Roll commercials, please. Back!
I ran a commercial break for you.
I was going to add a commercial to it, but okay, whatever you say.
I felt, what I did, because you weren't here, I'm just going to say it again what I did. So, you can cut this part out if you want from the editing.
No, go ahead, talk. What was your commercial idea?
I was, basically saying it brought to you by Furious 7. And
why?
Black Mass. Because I'm trying to think of something to say and not keep our, our viewers, bored.
Crazy as hell. Oh yeah, before we get to the rest of the movie releases, did you hear about what Dan Schneider did? You know Dan Schneider?
No.
The guy who made Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, and Victorious?
Yeah, that guy.
Did you hear what they did with Zoe 101?
What?
They released a video on Nickelodeon, on Nickelodeon's
YouTube
channel.
I saw that. I didn't watch the video, but I saw you commented on it.
Oh my god! They released a video what they said in Zoe's video. Oh my god, brought back so many memories. I loved Zoe 101 growing up. And yes, I dug it. I really did. I mean, the whole show got ruined because Jamie Lynn Spears got pregnant. And because of her, the show ended. Well, actually, the way the show ended, ended pretty good.
What's with this guy and his relation to women that get pregnant? What the fuck?
What do you mean? What, Chase?
No.
Who are you talking about?
The guy who did you just said Drake and Josh Victorious.
What do you mean? What? Why is Marissa Cosgrove pregnant? No. Oh wait, he made iCarly too.
Yeah, he made iCarly, and then it wasn't really she got pregnant, but Sam, got caught for some illegal shit.
Oh yeah, Genevieve Curry got caught for some news. But moving on from nostalgic memories to the other movie releases. Everest, me and Matt are seeing this tomorrow. Mm-hmm. We'll be giving our review.
It's only in IMAX.
Right now it's only in IMAX. On Friday it expands to any format. Me and Matt are seeing this tomorrow. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about this movie on next week's episode. I heard good things. I don't think the film looks great. I think it looks like a fine film.
Visually, it looks amazing.
Visually, it looks beautiful. Yeah. I'm really excited to see this in IMAX because it looks like it's meant to be seen. Yeah,
but not as good as Gravity.
Well,
not as good. Well, I would say it on par. It's on visuals. It's a little bit under or on par with Gravity, but on a movie level, it's not on par.
It's crazy how, like, I think this is good marketing, like, to release it in IMAX first, because IMAX is really starting to get popular, and IMAX is great. It's really excellent. Matt hasn't really seen many movies in IMAX. Like I said, he should have seen Furious 7 in IMAX and Mission Impossible.
I'm kind of mad I didn't see Mad Max in that. I saw it in regular 3D.
Mad Max was recently re-released in IMAX. What was the point? What was the point?
Which kind of angers me, because I was looking just today, because I never checked IMDb reviews about that movie, and most of the ones they showed were like 4s and 1s. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's a story in this movie.
That movie's not for everybody. Yeah. It really isn't for everybody.
Yeah, but like everyone I showed it to so far loves it.
Well, but Everest looks good. The cast is fantastic. I mean, you got a lot of people to list up. Josh,
you have a fine director. You have a fine Icelandic director.
Baltar. But we're curious about this film. We're going to go see it tomorrow. Shane will be joining us, and we'll have a review for it next week. And obviously, I'll have my own separate review.
Insert hello effect. Hello.
Hello. That's my best impression of Shane.
No, he's not in the room right now. Sorry.
Sicario, probably the best limited, the limited release I'm excited about the most. This film is directed by Denis Villeneuve, who made Prisoners and Enemy, and he's gonna be directing the upcoming Blade Runner sequel, which I'm very excited about.
Oh shit!
So,
I love Prisoners. Okay, we both love Prisoners.
I think you love it more than me.
Yes, I
think it's a great film. It
was my second favorite film.
Of 2013. Yeah. Wow, it was my number 10.
My number one, hey, well, because when I do ones, as I say, when I do make most of my top 10 lists, unlike you and Chase, and most probably people, I go by how good the movie is, not by rewatchability.
I kind of go by how good it is, too.
Really? But you like...
Birdman was my number 2.
But the reason why, though, because that year was 12 Years a Slave was my number 1. That was a very hard to rewatch
I thought you said Wolf of Wall Street was your number 1.
Really?
I thought you said that was your number 1.
Did Wolf of Wall Street come out that year?
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot that list anyway. Completely.
I thought you said.
I just remember that Prisoners, Wolf, and 12 Years were up there on the top.
12 Years did make my top 10, but it wasn't in my top 5.
I love freaking.
It's a great film, but it's not. And also, here's the thing with this year's list: we have to see the movie before January 1st. So Matt sees a movie like, say, he sees Trumbo after December 31st. He can't put it on the top 10 list.
You mean before we record it? Once we record
No, I feel like...
When are we recording it, you think? You have an idea?
Well, New Year's Day is on a Friday.
Yeah. Do you want to do it maybe like the next day after?
I don't see myself going to the movies on New Year's, so...
No, but you could go early Saturday and see something, possibly, so...
I feel like I would already have seen everything that I need to see. Yeah. Well, because the Revenant doesn't come out till January 8th here. And
we don't even know if it's still getting released on Christmas.
Oh, it says it's still coming out. But...
Really? Even though they haven't finished filming it?
I think they just need to film the ending.
Really? And that's it?
Yeah, that's it, really.
Hopefully, you make a lot of money, and hopefully it doesn't turn into Heaven's Gate where you lose a shit ton of it.
Yes. But Sicario looks excellent. Very excited for this film.
2 very great indie directors we're talking about.
Very excited for this film. Crime movies are my shit. It's a crime movie. It's my shit.
This is what Sabotage should have been. That's what this movie basically is going to be, and I like that.
Yep. Cooties. Did not see it. Really wanted to. Ah! Cooties. Love the cast in this movie. This looks like an entertaining cast. It's co-written by Lee Winnell, who wrote the Insidious films and Saw films, and it's also written by one of the guys who made Glee and American Horror Story. And I'm like, that's fucking amazing.
So it's that.
No, Ryan Murphy had no involvement with this movie.
No, it's the other Brad Fulchuk. So it was
no, Ian Brennan.
Really, it was Ian Brennan?
Yes, right. Yes, Matt. I watched the Movie Fights episode with Elijah Wood. He said Ian Brennan. So. Okay. It looks very funny. I love horror comedies. I've been hearing mixed things about it, but I've heard some good things.
But people who've seen it say they love it, though. I heard
because it's entertaining as fuck. That's why.
Well, as I said, it's like.
But I am looking forward to this movie. I will try to watch it. I'll try. I'll see I'll see what happens.
Well, if you don't,
it's in select theaters and it's on VOD as well.
Should I say this? If you don't, Chase is going to be very angry with you.
He'll understand why. We live in Jersey, okay? We don't live in Dallas. He gets press screens. He saw this movie 2 months ago. 2 months ago!
What movie? No, never mind. That's another movie. Yeah.
What?
I thought he saw it in February. Yeah.
No, that's a different movie.
Yeah.
That is a different movie. That's a movie that's coming out next week that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Cooties looks entertaining. And then About Ray's the last movie we'll be talking about.
Who's Ray?
This stars Ellie Fanning, Naomi Watson, Susan Sarandon, and Hercules himself, Tate Donovan.
Like the Hercules from, which Hercules?
Hercules, the Disney movie.
Oh, the
Hercules.
Disney movie. Okay.
Duh!
Hopefully you weren't talking about the Legend of Hercules.
That's Kellen Lutz.
Oh.
Close enough. It looks good. The timing's perfect, I think, for this movie. It looks better than another LGBT type of movie that's coming out later this year that I've already kind of ranted about. Now, this movie, I don't know if this is in theaters or this is a limited release thing or a VOD thing. I haven't really looked into it. But, I've heard mixed things about this movie. Everyone's praising the performances. Ellie Fanning's a really good young actress. Naomi Watts is terrific and everything. I always love watching Naomi Watts. And Susan Sarandon, I mean, come on, she's Susan Sarandon. She's a legendary actress. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing this movie. But it's not like something I'm going to rush out to see.
Mm-hmm. Looks... I don't know.
Like, I don't want to offend anyone. It's great. Like, I want to say something to transgender people. I want to say something. Be who you want to be. Don't let other people tell you you can't be who you want to be. Let you do what you want to do. Follow your dreams and be whoever you want to be. It sucks when people get made fun of because of who they want to be. I don't want to judge people for that. I want people to be who they want to be. If you're a man and you want to be a woman, then be a woman. If you're a woman and you want to be a man, be a man. Do whatever you want. Okay? Don't let other people say you can't do what you want to do in terms of gender. Okay? Be who you want to be. Sorry about that.
Alright. I don't know. I mean... that other movie we're not talking about, eh?
No.
We're not going to mention the name because he'll flip out and just destroy this entire room we're sitting in.
Probably.
And he'll turn into the Hulk and it'll be a raging ginger monster.
Thank you for that.
Hey, somebody's got to say it. Nathan ain't here.
I know.
But... which I think the other one looks better than this movie. But I wouldn't say it's as bad.
That's because that has more talent behind it.
It's got more talent. It's got a more talented director. You know,
Yeah, but that one doesn't... Yeah, but this one doesn't look as baity as the other one.
No, you're right, though. It doesn't look as baity, so that's what I'm saying. I won't say anything wrong about it.
But what do you think of this movie? General.
I wouldn't be hyped to see it, but if I... But I don't even think I would see it in theater, because it doesn't
probably not.
interest me.
I wouldn't see it
but
in theater either.
Maybe if it was on... Like, I was like, fuck it, watch it one day, and be like, okay, hey.
Yeah. So yeah, that is it with the movie releases. Now let's get to our box office predictions. If we have the same list, it's not a big deal. It really isn't a big deal. I feel like we are gonna have the same list. So here we go. Number 5, I'm going with
that Christian movie that's making a lot of money, surprisingly.
War Room, sure.
Yeah.
Number 4, I'm gonna say The Perfect Guy. Number 3, The Visit. Number 2, Black Mass, and number 1, Maze Runner.
Crap, we have the number 2 and 1. We have the same thing. I was thinking. Number 5.
Listen, if we have the same list, it's not a big deal. This isn't really easy.
Yeah, I would say War Room because for some reason it's been on a list for the last 3 weeks.
Yep.
Fucking hell. Then number 4, I'm gonna say The Visit actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because Perfect Guy was number 1 that week.
Which is kind of ridiculous.
Well, again, people like seeing bad movies that are. They like their own money at bad movies.
Whatever. So with that being said, that your number 3 is The Perfect Guy.
Oh, no, The Perfect Guy. I mean, I'm thinking of you now.
Yeah.
Number 3 is The Perfect Guy. Number 2 is Black Mass. Number 1 is Scorch Trials.
So that is it for this episode of Nerdy Scores of Film Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. Next week, we got a lot of stuff to talk about with wide release at the Everest, and then Hotel Transylvania 2 comes out. Green Inferno and The Intern, and there's going to be some interesting news stories. That's what I'm hoping, and hopefully some good amount of trailers. But guys, seriously, thank you so much for watching this, and what do you want?
Before we sign off, just watch this weekend. If you see an old guy come up to you, or somewhat of a middle-aged guy say, "Welcome to the Scorch," just walk the other way, okay?
I don't think an old guy would say "Welcome to the Scorch." He would say "Welcome home," but he wouldn't say "Welcome to the Scorch."
Then again,
It's so hot here.
Then again, it might be old, so yes.
It's so hot here. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.